An adored teacher disappears.
And this beloved person, goes missing and just vanishes off the face of the planet.
Sinister details are revealed.
He was like, it takes over 1,200 degrees to burn human bones.
But do we really know what happened?
The search for Tara Grinstead, a missing person case that gripped Georgia for years, was on the verge of a significant breakthrough. This case would test the tenacity of law enforcement authorities, and as it teetered on the brink of going cold, a ray of hope was finally emerging. Tara Grinstead, an American high school teacher from Ocilla, Georgia, had a life filled with promise. Along with that, she also held the prestigious title of Miss Tifton in 1999, and she even competed in the Miss Georgia beauty pageant. The money she won from these pageants played a vital role in financing her college education. Her life seemed to be following a promising path until an unimaginable twist of fate that would irreversibly change her life. In addition to her teaching, Tara coached young beauty pageant contestants. On the evening of Saturday, October 22, 2005, she attended a beauty pageant where her students were performing. Afterwards, she joined a barbecue event.
On October 24, 2005, former beauty queen and history teacher Tara Grinstead eerily doesn't show up to work at Irwin County High School. She was last seen at a cookout in her neighborhood 2 days earlier and is believed to have driven home at around 11 p.m.
That following Monday, the 24th of October 24th, Tara was expected at work, but she never arrived. This sparked concern, and worried coworkers promptly contacted the police to inquire about her whereabouts. When law enforcement officers arrived at her residence, they discovered her phone inside the house, and her car was parked outside. However, her purse and keys were conspicuously absent, and, most concerning of all, so was Tara Grinstead. With a growing unease that something was amiss and recognizing their limited resources, the local police reached out for assistance from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, GBI. The GBI's involvement signified the seriousness of the case, and as they began their investigation at her home, they found no evidence of forced entry or signs of a struggle.
When law enforcement arrived at the house, they found Tara's car in the drive and the door to her home was locked. At first glance, it appeared that Tara could have simply left the house willingly in another vehicle. But further searching of the property suggested that foul play may have occurred. Police found her car seat in a position for someone taller, and they say they found an envelope with $100 in cash on the dashboard.
At this point, the police had very little to work with. One of the few potential clues they had was a latex glove suspiciously discovered outside the front yard of her residence. This glove was sent for DNA analysis, and the results were unsettling. The DNA on the glove belonged to an unidentified male. This discovery prompted investigators to scrutinize the people in Tara's life. They paid close attention to her dating history and followed leads that might reveal a motive. One significant relationship had been with Marcus Harper, a former Ocilla police officer who had joined the Army and was often deployed overseas. Tara and Marcus had parted ways by the fall of 2005. Despite being a possible person of interest, Marcus Harper was eventually cleared. From all the leads that investigators had followed up to now, no one's DNA matched what was found on the latex glove. Years passed, and the case was in danger of going cold with very few leads. In 2008, renewed interest was sparked when a segment on the Grinstead case aired on 48 Hours Mystery, a CBS News show. Then, in February 2009, a disturbing video surfaced on the internet featuring a man who referred to himself as the Catch Me Killer. In this chilling video, he claimed to have 16 female victims, and one of them was determined by authorities to be Tara Grinstead. This video offered a glimmer of hope in solving the case, and law enforcement agencies were determined to uncover the identity of this mysterious individual. However, the man had taken extreme precautions to conceal his identity, digitally altering his voice and obscuring his face in the video. It would take significant effort for the authorities to track down the video's creator, a 27-year-old man named Andrew Hawley. But what unfolded after a thorough investigation of the suspect was truly bizarre. Police determined that the video was an intricate and twisted hoax contrived by Hanley. Police ultimately cleared him of any involvement in Grinstead's disappearance. In 2016, a new media outlet emerged, reigniting awareness and public interest in the Tara Grinstead case. The Up and Vanished podcast meticulously documented the facts, evidence, and interviews with key witnesses related to the case. The podcast gained immense popularity among locals and went high on the charts too. But its impact extended beyond the airwaves, and it's suggested to have played a crucial role in revitalizing the case. Shortly after the podcast's release, the police started receiving valuable tips. These tips would prove to be pivotal in unraveling the mystery, as you are about to discover.
Bo told me everything. He told me everything, took me out to the spot, everything. Bo has been telling people throughout the years exactly what happened. There was just things over the course of our relationship that I knew were off. And basically, he felt that he owed me an explanation because of the way that he had tried to basically shut me out of his life.
Then, in February 2017, a significant turning point occurred in the Grinstead case. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation, GBI, announced that they had received a tip about a potential suspect in the case. A woman named Brooke Sheridan stepped forward and informed the GBI that her boyfriend had assisted a friend in covering up Grinstead's murder. This led to the arrest of a man named Ryan Duke, who was taken into custody on February 23, 2017, in connection with Tara Grinstead's tragic demise. Duke had been a student at Irwin County High School 3 years prior, while Grinstead was a teacher there. During the investigation, it was revealed that Duke had brazenly entered her home in an attempted robbery. He claimed that he was under the influence of drugs at the time, and had been searching Tara's purse when she unexpectedly walked in on him. Panicked, Duke strangled her, and then removed her lifeless body from her home.
Grinstead. According to warrants read in court, Ryan Duke burgled Tara's home, and when she returned and caught him in the act, he strangled her, then left. Ryan said he called Tara's home from a payphone hours after the attack to see if she would answer. The police had known about this call for years, but because it was from a payphone, they could never trace it. But if Ryan knew about this, that wasn't information that was public.
What was truly startling was that Ryan Duke's DNA matched that found on the suspicious latex glove discovered outside Tara's home. During an interview with Ryan Duke, it was disclosed that Bo Dukes, a former classmate of his, had been an accessory to the murder. Bo Dukes was arrested on March 3rd for questioning and confessed to aiding Ryan Duke.
In 2017, breaking news. Police arrest Ryan Duke and Bo Dukes. The two are not related, but they're close.
Bo and Ryan were high school friends, and they both had been students at Irwin County High School, where Tara Grinstead had been a teacher. In fact, maybe even been in her classes.
According to his testimony, Ryan had informed Bo that he had taken Tara Grinstead's life and disposed of her body in a pecan orchard located on land belonging to Bo Dukes' family. In a shocking revelation, Bo Dukes admitted that both he and Alex spent the next 2 days burying Grinstead's remains in the orchard. Bo Dukes was subsequently charged with attempting to conceal a death, tampering with evidence, and failing to assist in the apprehension of the main suspect in the case. The trial for Bo Dukes commenced in March 2019. The jury found him guilty of his role in covering up the murder. For this, Bo Dukes was sentenced to 25 years in prison.
The court's going to sentence you on count 1 to a period of 5 years to serve in the state penitentiary. On count 2, the court's going to sentence you to 5 years to serve in the state penitentiary consecutive to count 1. And on count 3, the court's going to sentence you to 5 years consecutive to count 2 to serve in the state penitentiary. And on count 4, the court's going to sentence you to 10 years consecutive to the sentence in count 3 to serve in the state penitentiary.
Ryan Duke's trial was originally scheduled for April 1st, 2019, but it was delayed until May 9th, 2022. The delay was due to Duke's attorneys claiming that they were denied funds to bring in experts to testify in the case. During the trial, Ryan Duke entered a not guilty plea on the charge of murder. In a shocking twist, he instead shifted the blame to Bo Dukes, alleging that Bo had taken Tara Grinstead's life.
At this point, were you afraid of Bo Dukes?
Yes, sir.
Did you believe that he had killed someone before?
Yes, sir.
When you met with Agent Shaldell that day, did you confess to killing Miss Grinstead?
I did.
Was that true?
No, sir.
When did you decide that you were going to take the blame for Miss Grinstead's death?
Sometime before I left home.
In what could arguably be one of the biggest courtroom bombshells ever, the statement left everyone shocked, wondering whether Ryan's statement held any truth. and how the jury would respond to these startling revelations.
What did Bo Duke say to you when he woke you up that morning?
He said he killed Tara.
And what was your first reaction?
I didn't know who he was talking about or what he was talking about. I was waking up after being drunk, being sick.
Ryan's lawyers argued that he had given a false statement in 2017, attributing it to his fear of Bo Duke's. In his new statement, Ryan testified that the morning after Tara's disappearance, Bo Duke's confessed to him that he had taken her life. While Ryan claimed to have no information about how she died, he did admit to assisting Bo in moving her body to the orchard, where Bo set it on fire. But how could the latex glove which matched the DNA of Ryan Duke be explained? The mystery surrounding the latex glove matching Ryan Duke's DNA was addressed by his attorneys. They argued that Bo could have easily planted the glove to incriminate Ryan. With this dramatic twist in his statement, the jury's decision would ultimately determine Ryan's fate. Would they believe his shocking new testimony, or would they hold him responsible for Tara Grinstead's death? A few weeks later, the jury would deliver their verdict. They found Ryan Duke not guilty of murder, aggravated assault, and burglary. However, he was convicted of concealing a death, and for this crime, Ryan Duke received the maximum sentence of 10 years in prison.
In the Superior Court of Irwin County, Georgia, in the indictment 2017 CR 027, the state of Georgia versus Ryan Alexander Duke, we the jury find the defendant count 1, malice murder, not guilty. Count 2, felony murder, not guilty. Count 3, felony murder, not guilty. Count 4, aggravated assault, not guilty. Count 5, burglary, not guilty. Count 6, concealing death of another, guilty.
Remarkably, neither of the men has been charged with taking the life of Tara Grinstead. In this complex web of events and shocking revelations, the Tara Grinstead case stands as a testament to the persistent efforts of law enforcement and the unwavering resilience of those who seek justice for Tara. If you enjoyed this video, then please show your support for this channel by subscribing to the channel or leaving a comment with your thoughts on this video.